Yo, what up? And welcome to another episode of Straight from the Stands, an unapologetic, unofficial LA Galaxy podcast, hosted by four my supporters who bring you their thoughts and views on everything related to LA Galaxy, straight from the stands. I am your co-host Smarts, alongside the always angry Angel, his counterpart level-headed George, and the man with the facts, Masa. This is Straight from the Stands.
Yo, what up? What up? What up? I'm trying to unmute all these guys because I don't know. I just muted everybody. Now I can't mute. So let me figure this out real quick. Oh, see, get this shaking my head, shaking their head. Fuck, do I unmute you guys? Can you guys unmute each other? Yeah, no, you can't. This is off to a great start.
Fucking dictator.
Oh, there it is. Oh, yeah, unmute you guys. Unmute yourself. You did it yourself, right, George?
Yeah, I did it myself. Oh, I don't know what I did. Lying ass.
No, I muted you. I just couldn't unmute you guys. You had to unmute yourself.
Yeah.
What up, though?
What up?
Good evening.
Yo, hey, Joe, you're wearing that ugly ass hat. Don't you know that? Nah, don't you know that Rudy's making new hats?
Hey, Angel, did you unmute yourself already? Can't hear you.
Say something so we can hear you.
I can't hear you.
He's talking, but I'm pretty sure you don't know how to work his computer.
I'm kidding. I've been on. No, but I went to get one because I noticed that Rudy had one and Masa had one. And I'm gonna be the only bald not having
You,
one. So
regardless if we have hats or not, you're the only bald one here. What the fuck?
There's still something under these.
Right now, you can't confirm that nor deny that.
That's true. Very accurate.
Mm-hmm. Good evening.
How are you guys?
Todo a llorar, loco.
Yeah.
What are we mad about today?
I'm not mad about anything.
Robber.
I'm a little sad.
Yeah, I'm sad. I'm not mad. I can't be fully mad yet because nothing's set in stone.
You wanna let's bring everyone else in the conversation and share why we're sad.
You said I'm not. I'm Gio as fuck. I've been Gio. I've been with Masa since like 3 years ago. Gio's where it's at.
Stupid.
Yeah,
Masa, tell the people.
Bro, I'm mad as fucking Masa.
What? I didn't hear the question.
You just said tell the people, so just tell the people.
All right.
About Gio? Gio's GOAT. That's why he's gonna stay here, and Ola's not.
Look at the bright side, and Chris is right. The Ola Kamara shirts are gonna be on sale tomorrow.
You're right.
You know what though, Angel? Before you came on, I said something, and I'm gonna give you mad props because I think you kind of called it. I was telling Rudy that you did say Schelotto doesn't like playing with two strikers, and Ola was kind of pointless, or he was gonna see the bench a lot.
Well, realistically, that's what's gonna happen, right? There's gonna be a lot of games where you can ride the bench, and you guys saw what happened the last few preseason games. Although they were able to score, it's pretty evident that he as in GBS was not comfortable playing that formation, or at least he didn't fuck with how the team was playing.
Let me interrupt it real quick and just bring everybody along, especially for those who are not on YouTube or have not heard the news. There's rumors right now that Ola Kamara could be on the way out to either China or a team in the Eastern Conference. There's a tweet saying that NYFC is looking to acquire him for a large amount of TAM. And then I think, Angel, you said Baxter. Baxter, what was Baxter? Could you
so Baxter's, and I'm quoting him straight from his Twitter about 8 minutes ago at this time. Here's the background on Ola Kamara / LA Galaxy rumors. Kamara, who made $925,000 last year, is looking for more money through a transfer, and the team is allowing him to speak. He meant to say to a club in China. A deal is said to be relatively close.
Like you said, Angel, it doesn't sound like he's the one that's shopping himself around. It sounds like the team.
I don't believe this one bit. That sure, I guess might as well, right? If you're gonna get kicked out of a team, might as well go somewhere where they want you and they're gonna pay you more money for it. But I don't believe for one. Come on, really? He's been happy as shit out here.
He just posted like the other day about him being in Manhattan Beach and Hermosa Beach, how happy he is.
Yeah, and then his kids, he has to bring his kids back from where's he from? From Norway, and he has to do all this bunch of logistics around him being out here. He is happy as shit out here in LA.
Yep.
Okay, but maybe that conversation with Schelotto went down like, hey man, we're not gonna play two strikers. You might see the bench. And then
again,
what the fuck?
Yeah, and that's probably what happened. That's probably what happened.
Yeah.
I scored this many goals playing out of position. Why shouldn't I want more money? Why shouldn't I start?
Well, that's what I'm saying. If you're gonna move, might as well go somewhere they're gonna want you for more money. And I don't believe one bit that it's really his choice because they signed him to an extension. What, another additional 2 years with an option for a third?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that means realistically, even after this year, Zlatan's not coming back next year. If anyone thinks Zlatan's coming back next year, I bet money that he doesn't come back next year.
Yeah.
If anyone wants to take that bet, I bet you $5 a pop that he doesn't come back next year. With that being said, hypothetically speaking, thinking for the long term in the future, that means we have no Zlatan Ibrahimovic and no Ola Kamara. So that means we have no striker moving forward.
But we had touched base on this a couple episodes back when Schelotto got signed. We said that next year it's his team, like from scratch. So maybe moving Ola now while he can is not. It's not a bad move, at least from Schelotto's point of view.
I'm not saying that it's a bad move. I'm just saying.
Hold on. So let's add some structure to this. Initial feeling about having Ola Kamara move.
Don't do it, but it makes sense.
Okay. What do we lose if Ola leaves? I get. I know we went a little bit everywhere, but what do we lose right now? So Ola leaves, right? What do we lose?
Oh, well, I'll start with that. I think we lose one throughout the preseason. If you guys have seen any of the games, which it's hard to find any type of creativity up there, anyone connecting. Now we're adding Gio into the mix, or potentially Gio into the mix, where I don't think I've seen him play any of the close scrimmages either. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't think I know he didn't play against Kobe.
No, you're right.
So potentially we're gonna be in the negative starting the season. We might see some structure and creativity with this team maybe 6 games into the season, and the way the Galaxy's been, I don't think we have the luxury to go ahead and say let's use these 6 games as a run, and I don't feel comfortable saying, yo, Gio, go out there and make this happen. Yeah. And if you think Zlatan gets frustrated with the team now, like you could see him obviously during the game, his last game, he was mad at the passes. What do you think is going to happen when this team hasn't fully played together at least a couple minutes in scrimmage? You get me? So yeah. I think it's a bad move.
So even a higher level from that, we're losing a guy who's proven in the MLS, a proven striker in the MLS, right? Who's not a DP, who even with a raise could have been kept at a TAM level, and somebody who's young and somebody who for the most part last year was one of the few guys who showed a lot of balls.
He wants to be here. That shit's fucking frustrating.
And when was the last time that you guys recall having an iconic team player actually being involved with the fans? I mean, he's on a name basis with George and I, right? He showed up to our viewing party. I mean, he's been about the fans, and we're talking about a top-notch name player for what our team is right now. He's one of the stars of our team.
And
sure,
to add to that,
player, but he actually wants to be. He wants to be this person.
And to add to that, he was one of the team. He was one of the players that showed face when we were having a hard time. Yeah. He was the only player that would come to us and say, our bad. Like, we need better. We need better.
Even when he had good games.
Even when he played well.
Yeah.
Even when he played well, he came to the fans and said, "We need better. I know you guys need better." Regardless of not, Schelotto needs to understand. Well, I don't know how much he understands. What Ola exactly. But from that standpoint, he knows that there needs to be a bridge between the fans and the players. Ola has been that.
Yep.
All right. So let me ask you this. So are you guys all in agreement that it's a GBS move and not something that like the FO or DTK or?
I think it's a little bit of both.
It has to be both.
Both.
You know what? Here, let me extend that question.
Can I ask? Really?
Go for it.
Because I think I know. I think it is both because I think it's GPS saying, "Hey, look, you're going to be in this team, but this is how I want to play. Are you okay riding the bench some games?" That's what I think. And he's like, "No, I'm not."
Okay.
I just don't see it.
You think Kamara wants to be on the bench?
But he wants to keep playing out on the wing.
Yeah, he's not a winger.
Exactly.
Like at all.
That's what he's gonna be forced to play.
But from the scrimmages that I've seen, like the Kobe game, my man put up 2 goals. He gave me it's goals that people would say, well, he was in the right place at the right time. But that's the type of player Ola is.
He is.
That's the type of player that he is. You get me? Like, I don't know.
We're 5 days away from the season opener.
Yeah.
Don't you think this would the time seems fucking off, right? I think listen, I'll give GBS some credit to say that he would have recognized that earlier and would have had the conversation earlier.
I think my personal opinion, the talks with Gio didn't go as planned, and I think he's being hard-headed as far as what he wants on his contract, and the Galaxy weren't ready for him to be that opposed. So now they're kind of they're trying to figure out what they could do, and this seems like a desperate move, but it has to be done because they're putting all their eggs into the Gio basket.
So here's my the second part to the question I wanted to ask. How does Ola leaving or us getting rid of Ola, however you want to put it, how does that solve that Gio situation? Or how does
I really don't know.
Situation?
No,
I really don't.
There's no reason for this to be happening other than the Gio situation, but I don't know what happens with it.
I mean, it probably came down to the MLS being like, yo, you gotta pick one or the other.
But that would be between the DPs. Not Ola.
Ola's not 10.
Yeah, but then Gio's gonna be on TAM though.
Okay, he could have been on TAM. He could have been on TAM without it. He could have been on Ibra's TAM.
Yeah, 1.5 that Ibra opened up.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's why like this shit doesn't make sense. Like,
no, it doesn't.
Well, it probably doesn't make sense because we don't know the fucking rules like that.
Still, but there's something in the rules. If there's something in the rules that we didn't see,
I thought TAM, once you use it, then the shit goes away for the next year. Some shit like that, no? Isn't this how that shit goes?
I think you have a certain amount of TAM.
Honestly, fuck, I don't.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm fucking clueless when it comes to this shit. So it's like,
well, listen, but the way they're talking about it doesn't seem like that's the case, right?
Yeah, but that was they talked about it prior to that meeting with MLS. And then they stayed real quiet, and then probably after that meeting, it was like, yo, like you can't have that many fucking star players. Do something about it.
See, I don't know if I agree with that. If that's the case. We had the same fucking players last year.
Yeah.
The only difference is just a title's changing on one and a title's changing on the other, but it's still the same fucking players. Doesn't matter what position, how you're just because one has a DP title, one has a TAM title, the other one doesn't fucking matter. It's still the same fucking players.
Yeah. There's like
it's the same players. What's the title?
When it comes to our TAM and DP players, there's no change there.
Yeah,
there's no change. I don't know how this solves anything. And I do see how, and personally, the way I feel is this makes a weaker squad if Ola leaves.
Yo, I don't get like this. I still go back to G. I don't understand. Like, this is more your ego's too high. You're understanding that the contract you didn't like potentially could move a player like Ola out. If you're really for this team,
we're assuming that's the case, but
there's no other logical point for Ola leaving other than something for Gio.
No. But Ola leaving does not fix that situation.
Let's assume that Ola is leaving. Let's state a fact here. What happens in the games that Ibrahimovic is not going to play? Who's going to be our striker? Efrain Alvarez?
Yeah.
And he's not. I don't even think if he's a legit striker.
Pontius.
Do we have another striker? Chris Pontius?
Yeah, Pontius only and Zlatan's Pontius level. You know what I mean? There's a gap there. There's a big gap there.
And then what happens in the long term, in the future? Now, someone mentioned this in the chat. Now that I know how to get the shit open, it makes sense with the intention of bringing somebody in the summer window, and I acknowledge this. I think it may have been on Saturday or Sunday after the game. I can see Gio leaving in the summer, opening up all that space on that DP space or something there, and then we can bring in a striker for the future. I mean, at this point, it's just me speculating, right? Because nothing makes sense to me right now with what's happening. What's going on with Gio doesn't make sense to me. What's happening right now with Ola Kamara doesn't make sense to me.
But see, and that may be the case. That might be the case. But how the fuck are we supposed to have that chemistry or build an understanding between players when we're making overhauls in the summer?
Give the ball to Ibra.
But that's the one man that you're trying to make happy. You're not going to make him happy with no creativity.
Mm-hmm.
Look,
Yeah, but Ola's not
I'm
much
just
of a
saying,
creator
he's
though.
about to-
Huh?
That's all I'm saying.
Ola's not much of a creator though.
No, but I'm
Ola's
not
a
saying that he's a
finisher.
creator. I'm
Finisher.
saying taking someone out to add someone in. There's time in that you need for these players to connect. You just can't connect straight off the bat. These players have been in preseason for how long, and there's still no creativity in this team.
I
Well, listen,
mean,
I mean,
I
we didn't really
that's
see it.
debatable.
We didn't
That's
see the starting
debatable.
players.
That's
I
debatable.
think that's overstated, man, because we haven't seen throughout the whole preseason. We didn't see what we perceived as being the full squad play
Right.
together. Right. So I don't. I think what you're saying is overstatement a little bit.
Yeah.
And
You
we'll
want to
go
add some final
into
thoughts? Yeah, you want to add some final thoughts on the Ola? I guess anything you
Yeah.
might. Yeah.
here. What I'll say. My final say on this is the team is a lot less strong. It's a lot weaker.
The
The
team is
team's a lot
weaker.
weaker without Ola Kamara.
Put George up top. We'll be fine.
I'm nice as fuck, Loki, and I don't even need all that much money. Just give me the new jerseys when they come
And
out.
you're black too, so perfect.
Oh,
Uh,
that being said,
anybody else got anything else to say on Ola?
Yeah, it's just gonna suck when we have crosses coming in and Zlatan drops and there's no one in the box to finish. That's just gonna suck ass. Watch.
It's gonna suck having to explain to Nathan what's going on. First, Jossie, now Ola.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
fuck.
And
Yeah.
Boateng's still here, bro.
Well, he doesn't deserve Ola right now.
you might.
No, I
never
think
mind.
he right now.
Never mind.
Like, if you ask me as me, yes. But then ask me, you know, when
There's a lot of backstory to that.
yeah. But you ask me, you know.
Well, you know what? We did see Ola on Saturday versus the Rapids. And I'm just gonna lead into it and say he wasn't very good on Saturday. You guys think he had this on his mind already?
Probably.
Yeah, probably.
I don't think he would have started.
It could
Maybe.
be.
Yeah. No, I think that's a valid point too. So let's get into Saturday. Saturday they played against the Rapids and a late starting game. Pretty fucking cold again.
It wasn't that bad.
It was warm in my apartment.
Dog, you had your sweater off.
I know, baby.
Ooh,
No,
me?
Rudy.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
there
after,
you
once
go.
it was cold, after we started chanting, I took it off, and then when the game finished, I tried to walk out without it, and I was like, "Nah, never mind. It's cold as fuck. Let me put the shit
Yeah.
back on." Listen, they played. Anybody got the lineup? No.
Nah.
It's Bingham,
Trash.
Darius, Polenta,
How about
Shelvick, Filter, Carrasco, Cuello,
Mm-hmm.
Antuna,
Antuna,
Trini, Zlatan, and
Kamara.
Kamara. And the chat is saying it's no longer Ola, it's goodbye. Yo, damn.
Dario and Neto next year? What? Nah.
Listen, it again, I think not having Jonah, especially Jonah, and whoever you partner up with him in the middle showed. There's a lot of creativity there, but I did take some. There's some things that stood out to me. First, man, Polenta is real.
Yep.
100%.
Polenta is definitely the backline general we needed. I mean, a little too good. Because even at the game, I was talking to Randy, and Randy pointed out that
Juancho está feo para este equipo.
excuse me.
Angel,
Juancho
Angel,
está
stop
feo
being
para
too rest on the chat. Forget. Close the chat, please.
Oh, oops.
So Randy brought up something interesting. He said he thinks Polenta's too damn good.
That's it. I was gonna get to that.
He's so good that like all the backline is kind of looking to him to figure out what to do. Right?
And-
They were just kind of like where.
And the problem with that, the fact that he's too damn good, I don't think he likes to connect with a lot of players. There's a lot of times through that where I at least saw him push up a lot where he didn't need to push up, but I think he felt frustrated that there wasn't many players he was able to connect with on the level that he wanted to connect with.
Well, that comes down to
Again,
the players that started in the midfield, I think.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Because Jonathan or Legit are always open.
Yeah,
Or one of
we
them
could
always drops
get
into
that.
the middle.
Yeah, for sure. So I think that for sure is one of the things. But Polenta, man, I love his calmness and I love his
Nice.
aggressiveness at the same time, right? Like when he needs to He needs to get on somebody's ass. He gets somebody's ass. And then did you guys catch that that little I don't know, it was a jab or like a little push that he had in the second half?
No.
Yes,
I missed
no.
it.
Yeah, like he to one of the I don't know the Colorado players, but he kind of I missed that. I just kind of saw like his arm kind of moving towards it and looked at him, and then the ref had to talk with him. But he was on his face and he not back down. I mean, and that guy is pretty big, you know what I mean? So all right, so yeah, he slapped him. Polenta slapped somebody. I didn't catch a slap. I just kind of caught the reaction of it. But man, like that's what I'm saying. I like that. You know what I mean? I like the little edge he brings. I think
We need that in defenders.
yeah, when we had defenders that could do that, like we've been solid. So really liking that. And staying in the back line, I think Shovik's left back.
Really?
Yep.
Yeah.
I completely. I think other than Stairs, having Shovik was the weakest link to me in the defense.
I don't agree 100 at all with anyone. You know what? That's my biggest takeaway from Twitter.
Listen,
people were bitching. No, people were bitching about Shelvick, and especially the first goal. He was marking 3 fucking players, 3 players on that goal, and then how are you gonna mark K Kamara and then all those other players around him? Come on, he needed some fucking support.
Okay,
what did he do wrong? I don't recall him doing anything wrong.
There was a lot of goals that could have happened because of him. A lot of goals that could have happened.
Okay, which ones?
He was ball watching. He was ball watching. The throw-in.
Which throw-in?
The throw-in that he threw to the opposing player, and it was a one-on-one with the goalie. Luckily, the forward was that much of an idiot he couldn't finish that. The other one with K Kamara passed it down the middle. He looked at the ball and the guy came in by himself behind him. There was a lot of times where Shelvick was ball watching instead of playing the game and seeing where the man was coming from.
I'll go watch that again because I don't remember that.
Yeah, rewatch it, and I have him down. I honestly, I really think that he was lacking in the back. Out of all the defenders, Stairs obviously had his shit because he messed up in the end, but he had a solid game. Other than that part, I think Shelvick was the weakest link in the defenders.
No, I don't agree with you. I don't agree with you. Listen, he didn't have a perfect game.
No one has.
But I'll say this. I think he looks best comparing him to last season when he was playing center back. He looks a lot better at left back. And especially going up, like moving up. I really like what I see when he gets into attacking front. Same goes with Felcher. I think Felcher is decent.
Nice,
and then let's talk about Stairs.
Hold on. Before we talk about Stairs, I would like to thank Mrs. Stairs. I recently found out that she's an avid listener of Straight from the Stands. Mrs. Stairs, I want you to know that this is nothing personal. What you're about to hear, it's not coming from me, but I would like to speak from my Straight from the Stands co-host. All right, you guys can go. I'm staying quiet on this because I respect Mrs. Stairs.
I'll say this.
Where do I start? No, I'm kidding.
Hold on. I'll say this. I think he had a real decent game until that fuck up. But
he tried his hardest.
That fucking was big, man.
I'm gonna give Daniel Stairs a "You Tried" medal for Christmas.
The California Cup.
All right, so we all know he fucked up, right? I'm not gonna, that's a big fuck up.
That was a massive fuck up because we had some momentum there.
Yeah, with Zlatan Justice.
Oh my god, and this happened a lot last year. That's been the biggest issue with Daniel Stairs over and over and over. He's weak mentally. Like I like Daniel Stairs, and from what I've seen him as a person, the times I met him, I have Mrs. Stairs. I have nothing against your son. You raised a beautiful son. He's not David Bingham. You've raised an outstanding humankind, but he's weak mentally. He can't pull through an entire game. What he did then, I mean, I don't understand what he was thinking at that moment. Like it doesn't. Like I don't understand. I don't understand what the fuck he was trying to do. So just clear the ball, do something, anything else but that. I feel like I've given out my frustrations over and over on Daniel Stairs. That it's just a broken record that keeps, just I even, dude, what else can I say? I mean, he's mentally weak, and that's why he's trash for this team.
No, listen, I had different notes right on stairs. I had different notes on stairs. I thought he had a solid game, and for the second time, I thought he showed, you know what I mean? And then that happened, and that switches everything for me, right? Because it wasn't like he was under immense pressure that he didn't know what to do with the ball. He had the time to push the ball out wide. He even had the time to turn around and touch the ball back instead of trying to make that cutback that he tried to do.
I mean, I think I'd rather take the cutback than give it back. Oh, no, it was Lampton back there. How we good? No, he could give it to Lampton. He'd been fine. If it was being a different story.
Okay, we'll talk about that too. What I'm saying is, there was time and options. There was time and options to do something other than that. And yet that's what ended up happening. And there's nothing. Listen, there's nothing that Lampton could have done in that goal. That was like game over. You know what I mean? So yeah, fuck it. I agree. Actually, you know what? No, not even kind of. I agree with you. That right there on a preseason game.
Yeah. Can you imagine in a game where there's actual pressure and 3 points on the line? This happened so many times last year. So many times this happened, and this is my frustration with Daniel Stairs. Like he's capable. We've said this before. He can go play at another team. He can go play at another team in the MLS, and he'll be fine when nobody gives a shit, and it's not gonna be amplified all his massive mistakes. But you're playing for LA Galaxy. Shit like this is gonna be amplified, especially when we've been shit 2 years in a row. We're going into our third year where there was some hype until Ola Kamara got let go. I mean, dude, I don't even know what to say anymore. I hope it was this game, and I hope he turns it around. And I have my hot take for the year. Now I'll save it already. Yeah, I'll save it for later on the episode. But I'm really hoping that he I don't wish anything bad against Daniel Stairs. He's I like him and all that good stuff, and I think he has the body. He has everything that you need to be a solid center back in this fucking league. Everything you fucking need. Just why are you a mental bitch? I don't get it. Damn.
Tony says, good. Let the hate flow through you.
Hey, Tony, fix our G Suite. Hurry the fuck up. I love you.
So, what are our options here?
That's exactly what I was going to get to. I don't think that Romney's given a good enough chance with the four that's already been in place. As far as Polenta,
right? I think Masa hit it accurate actually on Sunday. So Masa, tell him what you said on Sunday when we were having our conversation about Daniel Stairs and why we both really thought it is that Dave Romney is not being played right now, or at least being considered.
Dave Romney's not going to get a chance because there's no way they're going to play 3 left-footed players in the back. That simple.
Yep.
It's that simple. Dave Romney, I think, is a better defender than
So we're handicapped there?
Huh?
So we're handicapped?
That's what it looks like.
We got Hudson, right?
I mean, unless you're going to play him, but
they're not going to play him.
Yeah, that's the problem. They're not
going to play him. Daniel Stairs is going to start March 2nd. Point. Period. It's that simple.
All right. What about Bingham? Listen, at the stadium, I was like, oh, okay, you got hit in the face.
Mm-hmm.
Not that big deal. Yeah. When I saw replay, I was like, oh.
Nah, he got knocked out.
Yeah.
It was bad seeing the replay.
It was really bad.
But look, listen, I'm a fantasy football expert. In case you didn't catch my tweet, I'm a fantasy football expert. If you need fantasy football advice, come at me and I got you. But I've seen that shit over and over and over. It was just concussion protocol. He's gonna be fine.
They're not gonna risk him.
Yeah, exactly.
Just no. No. But for real, when my man's
he got lit up.
Trying to pick his head up and then just smack on the ground.
He definitely got dazed. He definitely got concussed. I'm not gonna say he didn't, but I'm just saying long term he's gonna be fine. He'll be back. He's gonna put him in concussion protocol. He'll be fine.
Just give him a helmet check, and that's it.
Straight.
So my point bringing that up is we got to see Matt Lampson on goal.
Okay.
Well, what are our thoughts on our backup?
I'll go last.
Okay. Masa, you want to go first?
I'll go first. Surprisingly, he did a lot better than what I've seen at practice. And what I saw from practice, I don't even want this fool on the first team, to be honest.
Yeah,
Straight up, bro. Like, I do not want to see this fool play for us ever.
I back up
Ever. I low key think Brian Silvestre is a better keeper than Matt Lampson, from what I've seen. But I mean, he did good on Saturday.
Yeah,
His distribution was nice too.
When it counts,
A lot better than Bingham.
Yeah, rewatching the game, he did have a
his distribution.
So he's the opposite of Stairs, huh?
Is better than Bingham's, but I still don't want to see this fool ever play for the Galaxy. Like first team, I'll play anybody else over him.
But you play David Bingham, huh?
I'll play David Bingham over that fool.
Yeah,
we'll see.
Yeah, I thought he was solid.
Yeah,
I thought he was solid. I thought his goals, the goals that were scoring him, like the Kamara goal. Come on, like.
Yeah, no, all the goals that they scored on him were like nothing any keeper could do, and that's fine. But I'm saying, from what I've seen previously at practice, I do not want Matt Lampson to ever play for the Galaxy.
But listen, Daniel Stairs at practice.
About practice?
I'm talking about practice.
Daniel Stairs at practice probably looks really good. That's why he's starting. And look at what happens in a real game. So I'm going by what I see in an actual game, not what I see at practice.
I guess.
All right, guys, what you take on Lampson?
George was there with me.
Yeah, I said exactly the same. I back up Massa 100%. His distribution was trash in practice. During the game, it was great. It was good. So I'm okay, but I don't know. It was scary to see that at practice and think that player could actually be a goalie in the MLS.
Little Bingham. I haven't seen him at practice, so I can't speak to practice. I'm going to speak to what I saw, and this is a fact based on a game, a preseason game.
Yeah,
a good game. Yeah, a good game.
David Bingham, at best, he's a mediocre goalkeeper.
Average. Lampson's under par MLS keeper.
From what I saw this game, he's up to par with David Bingham. His distribution is better.
I think it's just you get out of here.
I just what I saw this game. Okay, what did David Bingham do?
Angel, let me ask you a question. You hate David Bingham?
Yeah, bitch.
All right, that's your answer. That's why Angel.
Okay, but this is a fact. Tell me. No. You guys have seen that preseason so far. This is a fact. I'm asking. From what you guys have seen so far in preseason.
Forget Bingham. Talk to me about Lampson. What you like about Lampson?
Yeah, this is gonna be a hard
stops.
Okay,
he had good saves. He had good distribution, and he did nothing bad. When they played the ball back to him, he did fine. I didn't see. That's what I'm saying. I didn't say he was a great goalkeeper. I said he's mediocre.
The first game that Bingham had with us, how good was it? Was it good or bad?
I remember it being trash. We were at an airport for this.
Yep.
It was garbage. We had this conversation that
Has
he
he
was
had any
giving
good
away
games?
goals to San Jose.
Has he had any good games?
Yeah, he's had like a couple games, good games.
All right.
Yeah, I gave him the LAFC game, and how many other games did he fuck up this year? Well, last year. A lot.
I don't know, man. I don't think Matt Lampson can give you a Bingham game in KC like that.
Yeah. I think he'll fight to the death against Bingham, regardless of who we have at goal.
Yeah,
which is fine. Listen,
again, I'm. You guys are going off of practice. I clearly said I'm going off of one game that I saw. You're asking me what I thought. I said at best a mediocre goalkeeper. Just as what I think about David Bingham.
And off one game, you're picking.
You know what?
No, you guys asked me what I thought about this player, this game. That's what you guys just asked.
Yeah. We'll let Angel have this one. He's gonna get some free gloves again, and he's gonna be wrong about a goalkeeper anyway. Yeah. So let's just.
We never said Sylvester was in every team. We just hoped he was. That's different.
Yeah.
Let's move on. Good shit, Angel.
Let's move on to midfield and let's take a center park with Cuello and Carrasco. Let's break them down a little bit. Let's start with Carrasco because I think with Carrasco we get him done easy because even though he was in the field. Was he really doing anything?
I don't think he was
trash.
Man, I don't get it. Listen, for the wages that he's making, I'm sure
Rafa Garcia better though.
Nah,
thank you.
I still don't think so.
Right there.
The only reason guys think is because of Alex Morgan. Fuck out of here. Nah, Rafa Garcia is better.
Angel hates him. Rudy loves Rafa to the death. Like
I don't think Rafa.
Hold up, I never said I was a Rafa fan.
No.
So you really think Carrasco is better than Rafa?
I don't.
I think
Rafa is better than Carrasco.
I think they're at par. I don't think Rafael was that great.
All right, fine. Even at par, I'll still take
Carrasco is below par.
But Carrasco's cheaper. Why would I pay Rafa more?
I thought he wasn't.
No, he's not. He's about the same. It's about the same wage.
And I think Rafa also counts as a homegrown player, no?
No, but that's when you pass a certain age, you don't count anymore.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's like 40.
I don't know that. I don't know these rules.
Yeah.
No, I'll take Carrasco.
All right. So fine. That's a different argument. But Carrasco is game, bro.
Carrasco is slow. He has no hustle. He has no fight in him. The only highlight, you know what? His
I don't
only
agree with
highlight
you
in
there.
his career is gonna be taking the ball away from Benny Feilhaber and then giving it to Legit. That's gonna be his career highlight, guaranteed. It's like Gio scoring on Tim Howard. That's gonna be his highlight. That's all.
No,
it's
I
gonna
don't
be.
know, man. I saw a Gio video not too long ago, and that shit was pretty fire.
How old is he? Like 12?
Yeah, probably. He was in Galaxy jersey. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, he's been Galaxy since '96. Okay, I thought you knew.
Yeah.
So Carrasco's trash, but Cuello
Garbage.
He didn't have a
Wait,
good game either.
I don't think he had a good game either. I think he also wasn't. I think he needs that space up top. I don't think he's a good center midfielder.
here's
I think that pairing is
My
just not
take,
good.
you know, my thought, you had Cuello basically try to do everything by himself because Carrasco is useless against an experienced Benny Feilhaber. That's my thought.
So I have a take on Cuello, and the kid does not look like is his rookie year, or that he never played in MLS before. The kid has confidence. He has confidence in himself, and he he looks for ball. He's okay with picking up the ball and carrying the ball. And I like that. I really like that. I get it. He didn't show much on the field, but I think a lot of that had to do with what Angel said. Like, he had no partner in the midfield to collaborate and do anything with it, right? But man, like I said, like the confidence in that kid to be in there and not be in there like a rookie. I fucks with it. With that being said, though, he still has shit to learn, right? There's a play where he went in hard on the wing, and he should have taken him out, stopped the play there, but he went in hard and didn't stop the play, and there was a breakthrough. Like, I think it might have been Kikamara who shot it wide, but it went it went just wide. So there's little things still needs to learn, but I like the fact that he has the confidence in himself to be in the game like the way he was.
Yeah, there was a shot that he took where he flew it, but he had a chance of Zlatan being open. He's like, no, fuck it, I'll take the shot.
Yeah, he shot it on the volley.
Yeah, I'll take that.
Shot on the volley, and that shit went like super wide and high, but whatever. He took it though.
Yeah, pretty accurate.
Anything else, Chad? On
Antuna looked like he see. This is another thing that I didn't agree with people that they're saying that there was no creativity. People didn't feel like there was creativity because there was no midfield. However, from the wings, I argue against everyone all day. Alessandrini was attempting things down the wing. Antuna was attempting things on the wing. Shit didn't connect.
Well, the goal came from.
I have a problem with that.
Sorry, guys. I could what?
All right, one of us. Who's gonna go?
No, go, Rudy. Yeah.
Go, Rudy, yeah.
All right, so I have a problem with what was happening on the wings.
Why is that?
Okay, let me hear it.
And not that there wasn't activity going on the wings.
Yeah,
but we had too many shit crosses, right? And my problem with that is the way we're stacking up. We want to defend with the ball in front of us, right? And when we do shit crosses and people are running in, and then like the ball comes right back out, we're out of position. You know what I mean? Luckily, I don't think there was any times that there was a lot of danger. But a different team, a speedier team, with that.
What you mean speedier?
Let me kind of argue that, Steven. I'm just gonna give both Alessandrini and Antuna the benefit of the doubt that maybe even if they did want to play to the middle to try and maybe attack in a different way and maybe not down the wings, maybe straight through the middle with Ola and Kamara. I mean Ola and Zlatan, they probably just didn't feel comfortable playing with Carrasco and Cuello in those positions. I'm gonna go that way. Say, hey, you know what? I'll take my chances. If I'm Alessandrini, if I'm Antuna, I have two top players, one that's amazing in the air. I'm gonna take my chances trying to put those crosses into the middle. That's my thought, because it seemed like that's what they were trying to do based on what they had and the personnel they had on the field.
My thought on that is I feel that the defenders were also a part of these crosses. Antuna and Roman had a handful of crosses that I do agree with that could have been placed a little bit better, but a lot of defender crosses are in there as well. Shelvik pushing up, Rolf pushing up. It's a lot of those things where I think, like you said, with a speedier team, we need to be better at those crossings, especially when a defender is the one making the cross. Because I don't think a Roman pulls back or drops back in those scenarios, which I do agree with you. But a lot of the crosses were because of that. But then again, I think a lot of crosses created chances, like when Antuna passed it to Zlatan for the goal, when Roman looked for Zlatan, and then Bradley Howard blocked him on the one-on-one. A lot of these things are coming from the wing. There is one thing that I noticed that it might be just me. I don't like that Roman kind of finds himself on the left at times when Antuna's there.
Mm-hmm.
I feel both of them are running at the same time, and it leaves the right wing open for a counter attack. And I don't think Rolf is expert. Our defense isn't good enough to contain that pressure.
No, that I agree 100%. Yeah, it seems like it drifts quite a bit.
But you know what happens when that's the case though, when they move like that?
Yeah,
I don't see them trying anything too crazy. It's a lot of possession. It's a lot of touch and go, kind of keeping the ball close, which makes me
then
okay.
Then Roman shouldn't be shifting for that. Yeah,
excuse me.
Roman shouldn't be shifting for something that's nothing crazy. Like if it's something that Antuna can do, Roman shouldn't be coming to the left, and both of the wingers potentially on the same side. If nothing crazy is happening from that, then
no. Well, listen, I think it's part of the fluidity they want to get, and when you include Leggett and Jonah in there, now you have four really skillful players on the ball.
Box to box. Right? Let him manage box to box, and I think that's what Roman was trying to do with moving over.
I don't. Well, I mean, maybe this game, I do personally. I want to see that though. I want to see the guys shifting back and forth and moving around, because I think these guys are good on ball. They're good on the ball, so I want to see them moving around.
And if that's the case, when Roman shifts, I would like to see Antuna cover.
No,
or someone cover, because there's space where we try to play possessive. We have a possession game, but like you said, on these counterattacks, I don't see Rolf picking up anyone on that right.
Oh yeah, but
that's where Jonathan Dos Santos probably.
Yeah, that's why you probably felt like that, because Jonathan and Leggett weren't there. But if Antuna and Roman playing the same wing, overlapping each other, and we lose a ball, then Leggett and Jonah are gonna be there to cover for them. So
and again, back to what I was saying, like even if we lose the ball at that point, we're still defending with the ball in front of us, right? Like there's still, it's still in front of us. It's not like when we're crossing and then the ball just gets knocked back down. It's a different. You lose the ball differently, right? Because you lose there, now you have four players that are pressing you and trying to get the ball back, right? Whereas if you lose, what was
that also changes with Kamara out of the picture.
Yeah, I agree.
Because then you only have one striker, right? And then you have more of a, I'm not gonna say saturated, but more of a controlled midfielder. I think it's probably midfield. I mean, it's probably better to say, because you probably gonna have an additional CDM in there. Or maybe just another actual midfielder, like true center mid, maybe box to box type of player with one cam and then one real CDM. I can see that as an option. Right now, I'm not saying that's going to be the lineup. I'm just saying I can see there being more midfielders because of that, the counter attack. Maybe that's something GBS picked up on.
Yeah. Yeah, because that really, I don't really know what the fuck is going on. Like that throws a wrench in what I perceive to be the lineup in the formation.
I hope Kamara goes to China.
Yeah, he'll fuck us if he goes to New York.
And if he does, I ain't gonna be mad at him.
Yeah.
Like AJ ain't gonna be mad at him. I ain't mad at you, boo boo. Fuck us. Do your thing.
Damn, everyone that leaves us is nice, huh?
Yeah, they all nice as shit.
We're the cancer.
Mm-hmm. We're the cancer.
Ola and Zlatan.
Yo.
Rest in peace.
Goodbye and Zlatan.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts on Saturday's game from both?
No, George hit that shit low. Well, look, Kamara was not there. He was non-existent. Like it looked like he. I mean, it was a waste of play on the field. I ain't gonna feel like it was.
Yep.
Yeah. No. Yeah, he was non-existent. Like legit, I don't remember
anything.
I don't remember him being involved in any play that led to any possibility. So you're right. It's so fucked up though. Like that's probably the first game I could ever say that about O-line Galaxy jersey.
Well, maybe George's right. Maybe he knew this was coming. He probably just went out there, put out a face, just hey, you know what? This is what it's been, and it's just go. I mean, it's not like they were gonna toss in, any of their midfielders, because we were short Juninho, we were short Leggett, we were short Kitchen, we were short JDS, and bitch ass Teletubby ass motherfucker.
Yeah, you know it's funny because I looked into when I got to the game. I saw I went to the Galaxy website and see the lineup, and they had a shit ton of players. Right, it was like Jet, Jonah, Gio, Junie, Kitchen,
Kitchen.
all in injured, and then for bench, it just said everyone.
Mhm.
It didn't even have names; it just said everyone. Like, who,
Mm.
who was left? Right?
I mean, there. I saw people asking where was Chris Pontius. Well, I'm sure he was on the bench. He probably just didn't play him. Probably didn't feel like playing him. Given,
He's a part of everyone.
yeah, he's part of everyone. Yeah, I
Well,
mean,
from what I read, Zlatan was only supposed to play 60 minutes, but that he felt good, so he went full 90.
No, I agree with him playing 90. I'm good with that.
Yeah, I mean,
goes back to our thing though, right? Who's gonna play striker when Zlatan's not gonna
on.
play games?
yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
but he's not gonna play
Not
against
bad.
Atlanta
Jameson.
United.
Put Emma up there and just
that's what
run.
I say. Jameson right now is looking nice, huh?
Nah.
Yeah.
Why
I'd
not?
rather have Emma running.
I like Bradford. So,
Bradford was good. Bradford was more dangerous coming off the wing and cutting in.
Or you playing Cam? I like him playing Cam better than I do
Yeah.
ever. Like
He had one good cam game.
He.
How
Yeah,
about
you're
Go
right.
Puppy? Go Puppy sounds good right now, huh?
nah,
He's
hell no.
otro. I'd rather have you up there.
I'd rather play with the fucking two
I'd rather
red
play with
cards
empires.
on the like no players on the field.
You guys want to know who's gonna play striker when Zlatan's on the bench?
Emma.
Boateng.
Emma.
Nah, Gio.
And Gio's gonna play right behind Zlatan. Watch.
He's gonna play striker. Watch.
Nah.
Yeah. So it ended
I'm
up what,
sad now.
3-1?
You should be
3-1.
sad.
Right?
You look sad as fuck.
Losing 3-1, right?
I just realized I am sad. Holy shit.
What did you say, Rudy?
So we ended up losing 3-1 on Saturday, right? That was the end score.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it would have been 2-1 or 2-2, but you know, Daniel Stairs don't do Daniel Stairs things.
That's accurate.
Yeah.
That's accurate.
For the first time.
Listen, you can keep showing out the picture all you want. I've been saying, like I said to his mother, you raised an outstanding human. Period. That guy is beautiful. He's gorgeous. He looks like me a little bit. Height and everything.
So that ended the preseason in a very shitty way.
It's all good, dog. Preseason don't matter.
We had one goal. We had one goal scored on us prior to that game, and then we let 3 in.
When do we get to hot takes?
Hold on. We're over there. This week, Galaxy's. You know what? This week the Galaxy's doing a whole since '96 week. So you got seen it on Instagram. There's been a gang post with the hashtag. A lot of giveaways.
You know, I did my hashtag bullshit and didn't want to put our picture up. Lisa told me that it was. I didn't realize, but then I realized that the Galaxy was posting everybody's pictures and retweeting that shit. I mean, reposting on their Instagram story. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they didn't post mine because of Dean.
Did you? Are you? Is your
Dean out there putting it? Maybe, but even then, Dean out there.
No, because they did Mingo's pyro clown.
Yeah,
they ain't really still chain through that.
If your profile's private,
yeah.
If your profile's private, they can't post it.
All right, never mind. Well, I ain't about
but the whole week they're doing events. Tomorrow they have happy hour at the EJ Pub in Long Beach from 6 to 7.
Is Kamara gonna be there?
Rest in peace, Ola Kamara.
Kamara was supposed to be there, but they
and then after that it was a meet and greet with Ola, which got changed today to Seba. So instead of meeting goodbye, you'll meet Legit tomorrow from 7 to 8:30. And if you're in downtown LA at the 7th Street Nikki Sports, you can meet Alessandrini. But I think it was RCP only, and I think that got booked quick, so you're pretty much asked out. On Wednesday they got pickup soccer at Saturday's football. Anybody know what the fuck that is?
Nah, but all you guys suck, so don't go.
Maybe
that's true.
I seen. I think Chris Thomas posted, and I had no idea what the fuck that meant until CT Chris Thomas.
Oh, there.
Tu tata, loco.
Mm-hmm. On Thursday, is Thursday the unveiling of the Beckham pitch and the mural?
No, that's
The Red
Friday. Friday is the unveiling.
Thursday is Santa Monica, isn't it?
America and the Santa Monica Ferris wheel.
Okay. And then
Friday's
so that's
the
Thursday, and then Friday is the unveiling of the Beckham Field and mural.
Galaxy supporters.
I
Plus,
can't wait till that shit gets hit up.
plus a party at Lake Beer Garden with LA Galaxy supporters. Should be fun leading up to Saturday home opener, which I am a little less.
I'm not excited. I don't
I'm a
know.
little less excited.
Why?
I'm a little more
Come on,
worried.
guys. No Ola Kamara and it's gonna rain, dog. Sounds like a good season.
Blame it on the rain.
Yeah. So that's this week. Going into
I'm so sad.
going into season Saturday, right? Angel. We decided to get some hot takes going on to get the season started. And it seems like you're a little
Never
eager
mind.
to
I'm gonna write these shits down because then everyone be like, "Oh yeah, remember I said that." Especially.
All right, write all this shit down because everything I said last year was accurate.
Okay, yeah.
It wasn't?
Like I said, we don't know what the fuck you said other than
I
you.
said a lot of shit and it was all right.
Exactly.
Like, we're not making playoffs.
All right. No, come on. So hot takes. Angel, you've been asking
All
about
right.
hot takes. What's your hot take? Give me your hot take.
So it's a two-part. It's a two-part.
Okay.
The first piece is we end up in top 3 in goals that we score. So it'll be top 3 scoring.
Top 3.
Similar to what we did last year. Yeah, I think last year we were second, right? In goals scored that we scored.
3.
Something like that. But we're gonna be up there. We're gonna be top 3.
I'm going
And we're gonna be top 5 defense also.
Top 5 defense, like allowed goals.
Nah, like
defensively,
these
just
do us
top
fewer
5
allowed goals.
defensive.
Yeah, top 5 defense. I didn't say low 5, bitch. I said top 5 defense.
That's his hot takes.
That is my hot take.
Give me a
Reason, and let me add a little context to that because we already hit it earlier. That's why we played how many preseason games, and all those preseason games, out of all those games, only one did we get scored multiple goals,
Mm-hmm.
and did we not get what would have been a result, right? So, listen, if we go with, let's just use what we have there. At that point, we're talking about 3 games unbeaten per se and 1 loss. I take it. It's all right. Like, it's gonna happen. There's gonna be a few games where we're gonna probably get smashed on, like some random ass game, but it's what happens after in the rest of the game. So I'm not just gonna go off of one game. And sure, that could include Daniel Steres. I'm gonna go with it, and that's gonna be my hot take. I'm saying Daniel Steres is gonna figure shit out, and he's gonna be part of that back 4, and we're gonna be top 5 with Daniel Steres in our lineup.
question, Angel.
Oh shit,
True.
that is a hot take.
In the Western Conference.
What's that?
Positioning in the Western Conference.
We'll end up second.
Second in the West.
Oh,
How far do we go?
MLS Cup, baby.
Epa.
I got that motivation from Masa. He said MLS Cup or nothing. All right, MLS Cup, though. Fuck it.
New year positivity, baby. New year
shit.
positivity.
All right, cool.
So second place in the West, and we'll make it to the MLS Cup.
Cool.
Yeah, and I'll say we miss out by like a point or maybe like goal differential or some shit. But it's I don't think we're gonna be that far off. I think it might even come down to the last game of the
So
season based on goals. Yeah, fighting for first for sure.
Who's in first?
That's
Not
easy.
us.
That's easy. But it's a Galaxy podcast, so Galaxy.
You're gonna go with KC, huh?
I was gonna go with KC, yeah.
Yeah, I see it too.
All right, Masa, what's
KC's
your hot
already
take?
played a competitive game and they look nice as shit.
They won.
My hot take?
Yeah, what's your hot take?
My hot take every fucking year, Gio goes off.
What does that mean? What does that look like?
He goes off in the first game with a hamstring injury.
Yeah. Shit.
Give me a
How
goal
much-
under.
I'm gonna give him. I'm gonna go double-digit goals and close to double-digit assists. That's my hot take for Gio this season.
So you're saying a minimum 10 goals, 9 assists.
Minimum 10 goals, like
An assist.
7 assists, 6, 7
10,
assists.
10,
Some shit like
7.
that.
Okay. 10-7. You got
What
that?
if
You writing that one down?
Write that shit down. Put
Also,
that shit on paper.
I hope that yours is the one that's the most accurate of everything. Because if that happens, if Gio actually plays well, we end up in first and win it all. As a matter of fact, we don't even play playoffs. They'll just give us a trophy.
Where do we end up?
First place, dog. Positivity. Western Conference champions and Supporter Shield and fucking
double?
MLS Cup champion.
Oh, let's
Everything,
do
dog.
the treble. Let's do the treble with
The US Open Cup.
Yeah, with Juninho. He's gonna lead the front.
Yep, we fucking everybody.
Hell yeah.
We're going to 10-game losing streak to start the season.
Epa.
All right, George, you got a hot take?
Shit. I think we end up 4th in the West. And we go to the Western Conference Finals and we lose then.
Any bold prediction on a player or a certain stat?
I think I don't want to put negativity out there. I already did, but I think I think Gio goes off.
You think Gio goes off?
Yeah, he goes
Injured or like
Gio, well, he does good. I think he shows up. And then the Galaxy are gonna fuck up and sign up to like a 4-year extension.
All right, here's my hot take. Here's my hot take.
Oh, sorry. I just read something from the group chat that made me crack up.
Bingham.
That motherfuckers ain't shit.
Oh, shut up.
Bingham takes us to Bingham gets us to first place in the Western Conference.
Yeah. Okay.
I think we rely on Bingham's big games to get us there. 1.
Okay.
2. I think Polenta sees at least 3 red cards this year.
Oh, yeah, come on. Okay.
Nah.
I think
I don't need this negativity in my life.
I don't know, but that Bingham one to me is kind of soft.
I don't know.
That's dependent on your defense, though.
I don't know if
no.
If Polenta is getting red cards being negativity. I don't necessarily think that's negative.
I don't even think that's a hot take. That's very realistic. I can see that happening. I mean, there's a play that he went in on Saturday where he went with both of his feet to the ground. Where I mean, he basically scooped up the ball, but that could also have been the player's ankle.
Juegue.
Juegue, no sangre.
Fine, you could take Polenta off. Bingham, you say that depends on defense. I'm talking about like Bingham
Saves,
big saves,
like Portland.
Bingham. Yeah, big saves. Like he has multiple big games.
Okay, so let's make this. Make it more tangible for me. It's something that makes sense because if we're talking about if he's getting swamped with shots and saves, that means we have poor defense, and that means he's still gonna be getting scored a lot of goals. If with the amount that he's in, at least the way that I'm imagining it, the way that you're
my hot take is Bingham gets us points, right? Whether that means there's a game that he has a lot of shots that he saves for us, or a game that we win because he has one big shot that could have changed.
Okay, put a number to that. How many points do we get?
Okay, fine.
Based off of Bingham's game, like we can say, hey, this is a game that we wanted because of Bingham on the table, or we got this 1 point because of Bingham. What's going to be a number for you?
I'll say 15 points.
Jeez,
15 points out of David Bingham.
Yeah, that's saying we win 5 games. Let's say we win 5 games.
I know it's your hot take, but I'll bet you $5 on that one.
Oh, you want to do that? Okay.
5 hot.
Yeah.
Wait, what's the bet?
Rudy's saying that Bingham's gonna get us at least 15 points because of his good goalkeeping. Like he has to save
15 points.
15.
Dog, that's a lot of.
So I'm giving Rudy the push and the over.
That's 5 games.
That's 5 games. That's a lot.
That's a lot.
Games.
But
Okay,
I back up Rudy on this one because it's
positivity,
baby. I back you up, Rudy.
He had like 2 of those last year.
George, you wrote this shit down though, right?
I have everything there.
All right, for sure.
Standings. I'll say
If you don't say first place, dog, I can't fuck with you, dog. I already deleted George from my fucking phone.
So here's the reason why I can't say first place, because I don't know what we look like on top.
We look like raw, bitch.
We're an injury away from being trash again.
So but I'm more confident. I'm more confident in defense than I was last year. Right. So I'll say
that goes out injured.
Yep.
Yeah. Right. For sure.
At least
the start of the season,
I mean, look, listen. That's being realistic. I'm just saying.
Yeah, no.
Let that goes out. We fuck, because then that means we go back to Romney and them.
Romney Nope, not doesn't get away with me with that negativity, dog.
It's Terrence, you raised a beautiful human.
I'm gonna say third in the West. I'm gonna say third in the West, and we'll make the MLS Cup. I'm gonna say third in the West, we'll make an MLS Cup. Yeah.
Do we win MLS Cup?
Yeah.
The win MLS.
What the fuck?
Yeah, sure. Listen, I think if we're MLS Cup final, if we're MLS Cup final, Zlatan's winning that shit.
You know what's funny? I bet you that if we listen to everyone's podcast from their respective team, they all say that they're going to MLS Cup.
No,
As it should be, though. As it should be. Well,
Except
I
the
don't know.
New England podcast.
Yeah, they ain't going.
Listen, I think they have. If you're New England, you probably should be like, we've been there multiple times. I'm sure we could get there again.
Not with their owner the way that he is right now.
Even with that motherfucker hasn't been paying since that team, even before he was going to jail for prostitution. So
He spends more money on the hoes than on
yeah,
the
he
team.
spends more money on those prostitutes than he does on his team. Rudy's right. Those international sluts, he's saving for the international hookers.
Oh shit. Yeah. Anything else? Any other hot take?
I mean, I guess
Let's go.
All right.
All right, what we got?
We got different stands, right, George?
Yeah.
And I want to apologize to my fans. I don't have Orioles this weekend. I won't have Orioles. So
No one wants to see your ugly ass dog.
I'm back on my stupid.
You need to cut the Oreos and dip them.
Nah, you don't do that. No, you don't.
All right, guys.
All right.
This Milk's favorite.
You know what I mean? We're still fucking up big, bro. I think the scores are gonna be 2-0 Galaxy.
I mean, we did better than I expected. Fuck San Jose. Fuck Levels FC. Fucking G's are gonna be coming out top, right?
Hell yeah, skeet.
Neil.
So straight from the fans. One of the biggest questions we got, we kind of covered in the beginning just because it was hot.
Yeah, Ola.
And we had to get it going. So the Ola thing, I think Randy, right? Was it Randy who brought that up?
Randy brought it up. Yeah.
Yeah. So shout out Randy. For
Listen,
bringing that
I'm
up.
sad.
But all right. I seen a shit ton of questions and comments coming in. So
Yeah, we're pretty good. I'll save the Spencer one to the end because that one's really good. All right. Madam Serrano from Twitter. Y'all got any word if the FO League has greenlit any patch or armband for the G's to wear for Siggy?
Yes,
I haven't heard anything. Angel?
yes.
They will be wearing one?
They'll be wearing something.
okay. So we
The
got,
whole season or for a game?
That I don't know. That's a great question. As of right now, I don't know.
Yeah.
There will be something for the home opener. I'm
Okay.
gonna guess an armband. They don't want to confirm it, but I'm gonna guess it might be similar to what the U.S. men's national team did. So like a black armband with white Siggy. I don't know if it's gonna be the same color tone or but yeah, I imagine it might be the same thing. They didn't want to confirm nor deny that it was gonna be that, but
Oh, all right. Anybody else?
Got it.
no.
All right. From Gilbert, was the drawing put out by the Galaxy Twitter depicting multiple statues out in front of the Diggity mean more statues to come, or a lot of Beckham statues?
There will be more statues to come. Yes.
I think they
All
made
Beckham?
it clear that it's not going to be all Beckham.
So can I say something? Because I don't think I mean I've said anything on Twitter, but people are still mad about the David Beckham thing. Look, we were in that meeting or where they told us about that shit. As a matter of fact, we could tell you I texted them that same night. I know I'm not supposed to be saying this, but I'm like, hey, look, I know Anna's a big fan of Beckham, so I was like, yo. As a matter of fact, she said some shit at our Thanksgiving.
And I just got looked at her like,
I'm not gonna say it here, but we were like, wait, what?
Yeah.
Like, playing cards against humanity, girl. What you talking about? But listen, point is, if there's someone that deserves to know that shit, I'm like, yo, I don't need to know this shit. I told Rudy about it, and either way, everyone's gonna find out about it the next day, which they did. The reason, if you haven't figured out why Beckham is gonna be the first one, then you're obviously just, being in your feelings. Look, man, Galaxy is a point right now where they're competing with LAFC. Anything that's gonna attract international attention for them, they're gonna go after it. LAFC is not hitting any type of attention. Everything that LAFC that you see go out international keeps saying Galaxy. Anything that they keep saying is being linked to LA Galaxy, right? So even if it's an LAFC thing, everyone's still saying it's LA Galaxy. So that's what it is. Look, all it is just a marketing event. Look, you're gonna have Zlatan there. I imagine is gonna come out for a picture. I can't confirm or deny, but there's gonna be potentially Anna Donovan there. Robbie Keane is gonna be there, and a few other people are gonna come down just for this. It's gonna be an international headline. Yeah. Of course, I don't think anyone in this podcast is gonna be like, yo, I think David Beckham is the one that deserves it. No, I don't think any of us think that he should be. I mean, I can think of plenty of the people that should be there beforehand, but if you're like Galaxy,
hold
yeah,
on.
go ahead.
I'm just interrupting you. If you want to hear our thoughts, go back 2 episodes when we covered.
We
this.
all said this basically. Basically,
Right,
everything
right,
he's saying
right.
we've said. But go,
Oh,
Angel.
well,
Let
there you
your
go.
feelings
Oh
out.
yeah, but there you go. I mean, it's that it makes total sense from the marketing perspective. It's international. Boom. There you go.
Yep, I agree. And then listen, anybody recall the name of that area? Legends Plaza, right? Is that correct?
Yeah.
Something, right? Legends Plaza, something like that. Anybody bitching about the statues? I'm sure we're gonna see the people that they want to see. I'm sure they're gonna be there. But like Angel said, like we said a couple episodes back, this makes a lot of sense for marketing, for the money. It's right in front of the Team LA store. Yeah.
You know what's one thing I would like to see that I don't think we're gonna see, given that I mean I'm not gonna say that that's not gonna happen. I don't know. Maybe it can. But there was a period where we did have a dynasty team, right? From like 2009 when we lost the MLS Cup up to 2014. With some iterations now, but there was a core group of players that was still part of that team. All those players should have at least maybe not necessarily a full-on statue, maybe one little statue with all those guys on there recognizing that dynasty outside of Kino, outside of Landon, outside of David Beckham. I mean, what do you guys think? Martin Machon, fuck out of here.
I was laughing at it too.
I think the same. I think the same could be argued for the first MLS Cup. There was people on there that we could add to like not a dynasty, but I think there was important roles in that if they don't get like their own statues that could have a little plaque or something.
Well, listen, I would like to see
a little
that.
plaque, something like that. Sure.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I would like to see that Legends Plaza become that, right? Where it's not just statues, but maybe I don't know, maybe something interactive, something that we can see some of the history, because that'd be a perfect place for it, right?
Yeah.
And then be like, you could buy this jersey down there, right, and get that money off of there or something like that.
That'd be kind of cool.
Chris Klein's statue for sure.
All right.
Hey, how's Chivas' Legends Plaza coming along?
I heard they got Panchito Mendoza over there, dog.
Juan Pablo Angel.
Juan Pablo Angel from the blockbuster trade with LA Galaxy.
Yeah. All right. Next question. We got from Serge. We kind of talked about it, but eventually he's basically saying, what should our expectations be? Are we an injury away from another year of anger?
Yeah, absolutely. I think so.
I think in every position we're injury away.
Yeah.
Every position.
Except midfield.
Every position.
No.
Jonah goes down. We don't have no one that can control the mid. I don't know.
Janino's already injured. Fucking Kitchen got injured.
Yeah.
The Janino one to me was out of nowhere. Like I don't know. I just fucking Adam Serrano.
Yeah, I didn't hear about it until
shit.
But we already saw. I mean, listen, Jonah was out, the Jet is out, right? Gio was out, Kitchen was out, and we ended up with Cuello and Carrasco. Come on, you know what I mean? I think everywhere, like the depth, the depth players are shit.
Yep.
We already said it. Polenta goes out. Look what happens.
Yeah, Polenta goes out.
Yeah, Polenta goes out in.
Zlatan goes out. But we have a top.
Yeah, no.
The only play where the only place I see that might be okay a little bit, I think, would just be in the wings, because you have Chris Pontius does well out there. I mean, at this point he's a year older, so I don't know if his legs can even handle that. We also have Bote, right? Yeah. So, I mean, that's the only thing that I can see. Like, hey, we have some, but even then, there's definitely a big level from Alessandrini to what's his name, to our little mini boy. What's his name?
Emma.
Oh. Manny says that we have our coach are good because he has a twin. So if he goes down, his twin comes down.
Yeah, that's true.
Next question.
I like that, Manny. Good shit. I like that one.
Caesar, who's gonna be our captain this season? Also, they say they need to unveil a statue of Chris Seller with the green shorts at the tailgate spot.
Damn, you know what? We
need a frame. We need to frame the shorts in the bin at least.
No, not hot take. It's a statement right here. If Antonio doesn't let me do that, I'm going to go tonight.
Okay. The shorts need to be framed.
Yeah, I need it framed.
Hey, the shorts. Seller, if you're listening, can we get them so we can frame them and put them in the ACB bin?
Actually,
we'll
so
have
you
a
guys want to
shot.
hear what Chris Heller did say? He said if we ever get a studio, he's gonna donate it for our studio. That is what he said.
We need to put shots in a vela, underneath. Just make it an altar.
Yeah, we can
Um,
make it the Chris Heller altar. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
what was the first question?
No. Who's gonna be our captain this year? I think Jonah.
Zlatan.
Oh, you think Jonah?
I think Jonah.
No, I think so.
Yeah,
I
Zlatan.
think it's Ibra.
Okay.
Ibra.
Ibra. Ikea.
Adding to the tailgate spot, since we talked about Chris, there was a question that was asked that we already covered, but they asked as well if Lars and ACB will be pre-gaming even though if it rains.
Yeah.
Nah. Nah, Lars is
Yeah.
sweet. They're like sugar, they'll melt.
Well, there goes another beef on Straight from the Stands.
I was just saying, 'cause I know Andrew's listening right now. Well, I don't know if he's listening right now, but he's definitely gonna listen later.
Now, Andrew sent in a question about
Yeah, I know he did.
and I told him I was gonna rant. Kind of.
Just to go back on the question, tailgate for sure.
Yeah, tailgate's going down for sure. We're gonna have tacos, alcohol,
Alcohol.
what else? Alcohol.
And no
Tomorrow,
mud no more. I'm okay with that.
Oh yeah, no mud no more. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
And Lars is definitely gonna be. As a matter of fact, you know what? This is a better question. Is ACB gonna be there? Because we're not gonna have any type of shade or anything to cover us from from the rain.
There's no shit.
Listen. The way our front office works. The way our front office works.
Where the bank account works or what?
Yeah, the way our front office works. Yeah. But no, Lars for sure is gonna be there. I don't know if ACB is gonna be there.
Nag boys are having a keg too, I think, and they usually hang out at one or two tailgates, so you could get some beer for Nag boys.
I thought we were not friends with them anymore.
Well, you started a beef.
Your beef, dog. You know what I mean? I'm backing them up.
Well, I mean, they decided to have a podcast same time that we're having ours, so what does that tell you?
Yeah.
That means they're doing their shit. Okay. George, please help me out here.
Beef on beef.
All right, hey, Angel, relax.
Nah, I love everybody.
Germs 90.
Who is that?
That's Skinny Rudy.
Oh, okay.
Chubby-ish Rudy. He said ideal starting lineup for home opener. I think it's a little interesting.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, this is finally a good question.
Yeah. Damn. Hey, to all of our listeners, all questions are good questions. Listen, I'm sorry for
ain't doing shit, man.
Yo, we love everybody, but this is a high up question. Is what it is. All right. Starting.
I deliver.
Who's going?
Austin, you go first. It's your shit.
Fuck no, I'm not going first. I'm fucking confused as fuck now.
Do we have a consensus in the back with the defense?
Oh yeah.
It's gonna be my championship team, my championship defense.
I think what's attacking is what's a little confusing. Do you guys have Legit and Jonah in the midfield?
Yes.
I heard Legit is not in. I heard Legit is not in for
Legit might not be ready until Dallas, or maybe even after Dallas.
Oh, fuck you. All right, so potential who? Kitchen? There you go.
Kitchen's still injured though.
There's got
out. Yeah.
Nah, but he's precautionary. Though.
Angel out. Hashtag Angel out.
Fuck it. I'll throw a team in there then.
All right, throw a team in.
Go for it.
Just
I'm gonna go 4-3-3.
Okay.
4-3-3. Same defense that played against Colorado.
Yeah. Okay.
I got Jonathan, Kitchen, and fuck, man. I don't know. Is Juninho gonna be ready? I have no fucking idea.
Let's say he is.
All right. So those are my three midfielders: Antuna on one wing, Drini on the other wing, and then Zlatan up top.
Jesus Christ.
That's what I'm gonna go with because I don't have anything better.
Ola's gone?
Yeah. Ola is gone. That's why he's not gonna be in Long Beach tomorrow.
Fuck, man. Don't say that.
That's what we're gonna play. 4-3-3.
Assuming that Leget's not back, I have Carrasco in midfield. I have Carrasco in midfield.
Over Cuello? I wouldn't even put Carrasco over Cuello.
Hold on.
Hey, bitch, is this your lineup or my lineup?
All right,
dog, shut the fuck up. I have Antuna on the left, Roman up top.
Damn, actually, damn. Okay.
Antuna on the left. I have Roman to the right. Shit, if Ola's not there, then it's gonna be a Gio Zlatan up top.
Gio might not be ready though.
Shut up, bitch. Listen to the lineup.
No, with Ola gone, we are not gonna play a 4-4-2 or 2 strikers. It's gonna be one striker.
Listen, hey, that's his fucking lineup, all right? Would you guys let the man be? Can you let the man be in his fucking fantasy world?
Idiot.
Let him be in his fantasy world, baby. George, you good, baby. George, you good, baby.
Listen.
George, you good, baby.
All right, listen. I'm not going to defend it. Angel, go ahead.
Nah, I don't know. You right, Frank.
All right, Angel, what's your
I don't know.
starting lineup?
I would go. David Bingham, he'll be back from that concussion protocol.
Idiot, we already talked about the whole fucking bag. Go.
Yeah, but I'm gonna say it my way. All right, I'm gonna say it my way. I'm gonna say it my way because it's gonna have a different impact if I say.
Okay, go. All right.
Same back line George said. Shit. Antuna obviously in one wing is gonna be Justin in the other wing. It's gonna be Leggett. Leggett's gonna be back, huh? So Kitchen's
injured too.
Kitchen. Oh, and Jonathan.
All that
you
shit.
know,
I would love.
you know what? I'm gonna go on a limb on this one. Efrain Alvarez is gonna start as Cam, and it's gonna be Zlatan up top with one striker. That's how we're gonna play. Mm-hmm.
I like that.
That's assuming that the Jet's not ready, and Juninho not ready, and Kitchen not ready.
So who you
I'll
have?
say
Definitely.
Efrain Alvarez is Cam.
That's interesting.
I'll
All
say
right, go for it.
I'll say same backline, same goalie. Antuna or Roman on each wing, Zlatan on top. In the midfield, I'll do Kitchen as the holding mid if he's available, right? As the holding mid, and I'll play Cuello and Jonah next to each other.
I could back you up on that one.
4-3-3 with that midfield. You know what I mean? Cuello or Efrain, either one. Interesting though, like yeah, home opener, right? So like, I want to see if GBS has the balls to go young player, or will he rely on somebody older?
He's gonna have to pick one.
Yeah, I guess.
I mean, or you think he's gonna go with 2 CDMs and just one true box to box midfielder, which would be Jonathan.
That's it, right? That's the question.
And that's not his style.
Yeah, that's it. That's what I'm interested in seeing if GBS actually decides to play the young kids. You know what I mean? Which he should. I mean, he should. He has I mean, those are players in those positions. We'll see.
I think he has. I think he has a lot of faith in Cuello. That's 2 games that he started.
Or he could be testing him out. You know what I mean? He could be testing him out, seeing
as a starter though.
Yeah, I mean, it's preseason. If you're gonna test him out, that'd be the place to test him out in, right? Preseason.
Yeah.
Can I add something interesting from John Pat? What he just wrote right now? Go check out his comment.
Everyone know what he wrote for people that are not in this.
He said objectivity and reality just left the house. No playoffs to MLS Cup, but the Western Conference is indeed a mess. Good show, guys. Night.
The fuck.
That's why I keep saying that I can see us potentially making it to MLS Cup, and it's not necessarily because I think we're all that great. I just don't think there's that many teams. I think every team that's out there has not exactly the same issues that we have, but they have issues. From what I've been hearing on the other Western Conference teams, right? So that's where I'm going with it. The fact that we have a player like Zlatan Ibrahimovic that could take a game over, I'm gonna bank on that every single day, and that's me. But that's me. And the fact that we had Dennis Stairs in the back line. So that's me. So that's just comment to that.
All right. The next one comes from Hello Kitty Christian.
Hey.
GBS is who he is. Big time player and coach. You think he's feeling any pressure? No.
I don't know. I think he might be feeling pressure. From who?
Yeah.
From the situation.
No. But no. From who is he feeling pressure?
GBS. I think GBS has been feeling pressure because of the situation, because of what the roster is.
But no, because I think we were. Are you referring to Ola?
Am I referring to what?
To Ola?
I think it's referring to Gio and the
Just
constraints and everything he had.
the whole situation, right? Like he brought in Polenta, Antuna,
Mhm.
and that's it, right? Like I mean,
I mean,
Cuello
Cuello
and-
with him.
So should
yeah,
he
but,
feel less pressure because it's not his team?
but I don't think the expectation is to be better. Like it's just not being better. Is getting somewhere, making it to the next step, performing. Like, it's the Galaxy, and we've talked about this all the time. Like Galaxy making playoffs is not necessarily an achievement.
Yeah.
Even if we haven't made it for 2 years, making playoffs is not an achievement.
But if you see a trend to how he answers the question about us winning MLS Cup, he said he kind of phrases it where I wanna make a style of football first, and I think he understands that brings time. If he felt pressure, I think his answers would be like, yes, we need to make MLS Cup, we need to make playoffs. I think he's the pressure.
You're not shooting from the foot.
Really, your tone has changed. I want to know I want to know what has changed in your tone, because go back several episodes back when we finally came to the announcement about, hey, you know what, GBS is going to be our coach, what are expectations, blah blah blah, and we talked about that pressure. It was pretty evident, especially in the first meeting that we also had with ETK, and then with GBS and all these things that we've had, in terms of leadership, and then those meetings that we had also where these guys are involved, where you guys were part of. I want to know what has changed for you, because his tone the entire time has been long term. Hey, we're gonna try to do what we can this year. However, this year is not the goal. At minimum, do you want to show face, make it to playoffs, and then what happens to playoffs? We'll see. What do you have to play like Stockton? So I'm with George. I don't see that there is. Well, I'm not saying that I don't think there's any pressure. I think there's always be some type of pressure to win, because you want to be good if you can. But if they're not, I'm with George. I don't think he has any pressure in terms of, hey, this is expected from me this year because of all the constraints. He came to a team, for the most part, this team was already built, right? And all these constraints. So I want to know what has changed for you, Rudy, from several episodes ago when we said, hey, no pressure, to now, yes, there is pressure.
Yeah, for sure. So it's not a GBS tone at all. It's not him. It's Zlatan. It's the rest of the players. It's the optimism coming out from Galaxy's marketing department, right? Like, they're selling a successful team this year, right? That's what they're selling. That's what they're selling to everybody.
I think they've always sold the word the Galaxy,
and that's exactly what I just said. I said it's the Galaxy. Like making playoffs is not an achievement, right? So I think he himself has not come out and said we're gonna win the cup, right? And I don't think any coach will actually say that, because shoot yourself in the foot. But I think there has been a change. I think at the beginning of the year, after when things started coming around, the message was almost changed, and it has diverted to selling successful team, right? And that's what I've been taking from these posts and from the tone of the Galaxy right now. That's why I think there's pressure on him. Yeah, that's what I'm taking from it.
But I'm trying
that's why I think
where
that's why I think there's pressure on him, right? Because it is not self-imposed pressure, but it's the pressure being put on by the tone the Galaxy is setting.
What's changed
and the players setting
from what the Galaxy and the marketing has been placed out from anything in the past?
Yeah, listen, like having the high emphasis on the stars right now, right? The emphasis on the stars on the chest, on the crest, or on the crest. Just that by itself, it's setting the team at a higher pedestal than anybody else, right? Because now we're showcasing the 5 stars. Now we're showcasing that success, and then we're everything has been revolving around that, like showing clips of winning the cup and all that. So now you're selling the successful club again. You're kind of trying to put the 2 years that we didn't make playoffs in the back of the, just trying to forget about it and putting that forward. That's selling success.
I think
right?
I think our marketing, from what I've gotten, is we've always been here, is more of a saying this, we've always been here type of thing. Yeah. Like that video that the we've always been here, they've shown.
And I think around that time, that's when we're talking about, like, yeah, listen, that's when my tone was different as well, right? But this last maybe month has been aggressively marketing the championships and the successful team that the LA Galaxy is. Right? Not necessarily we've been here forever. It's been really the championships that's been pushing everything. Right? So that's why I think like the message, the tone that Galaxy is setting is really successful tone. And there has to have some pressure behind it.
I don't agree, but yeah, it's your take on how the marketing is. I think the whole thing that you were seeing as far as the championships is their way of marketing their jersey, and every star they showed the highlighted, which led up to the unveiling of the jersey. I think that's just the jersey.
But listen, why what is that showcase? What is that showcase?
The reasoning behind the stars.
Yeah, no, what is that's what I'm saying. What are the stars showcase?
Championships.
Yeah.
Right. So that's the tone you're selling. You're selling championships, right? Like, and that's been the marketing campaign for the, you know, and I get it, it's part of the jersey release, but even the jersey release, that there's 5 stars on it this year. I really think that they're trying to set the tone of real successful championship teams. And so I think that brings the tone of success and pressure that comes along with it.
Masa?
Oh, sorry.
No, you good?
No, I'm good.
Second question from Hello Kitty. Just from what we've seen, obviously our defense is very thin. If the time came to place a midfielder in the defense to help out, who would you guys pick?
Say it again.
If the time came to place a midfielder in the defense to help out, who would you guys pick?
Perry Kitchen.
Yeah.
What was the question? I don't pay attention anymore.
Who would you pick in the midfield to bring back to the defense to help out if someone got injured or whatever?
What you guys said.
Perry Kitchen.
Perry Kitchen.
Cool.
All right. That's it. Last
Second
one,
shit.
which I think requires some. We've been touching on it a little bit. Where is he? All right. If we make playoffs but get eliminated in the first round and we don't win US Open Cup but qualify to Champions League, would you guys be satisfied with the outcome? Let me know if you want me to repeat that.
Yeah, say that one more time.
Okay.
Actually, paraphrase it to what the fuck he's trying to say.
We make playoffs but get eliminated in the first round.
Okay.
We don't win US Open Cup, but we qualify to Champions League, meaning that we got first in the West. But we get eliminated in the first round. Are you guys satisfied with the outcome? Basically, get first place in the West, get eliminated in the first round, but make.
Oh, we can't get, if we end up in first,
Uh-huh.
we can't get eliminated in the first round. We get eliminated in the second round.
Well, the
shut up.
Okay, the first time they play on the field.
First playoff.
Fire everyone.
Yeah, I wouldn't qualify that as being a success. I mean, being in Champions League is dope, really, really dope. But missing out on the Open Cup.
I don't know, it's some silverware. So, I mean,
what's the silverware?
Supporter shield.
That's
still counts. That counts.
That's a maybe, right? Because if we were finished first, but then East Coast or the Eastern Conference has a better record, they can win.
Yeah, well, I guess it's a maybe. Yeah, I guess it depends.
I think supporter shield maybe changes it a little bit. We could be on the Seattle tip and.
No, I'm good.
But then that says
MLS Cup or bust.
Yeah, I agree with Masa with that. I don't want to get an MLS Cup, and I don't want to get a supporter shield and not an MLS Cup.
Supporter shield is like a fucking.
Listen, if we're gonna play against Torreon again, you know, I don't know. I'll take my chances with that.
Listen, being realistic, over the last 2 years, if we could finish first place in the West, I'll take it.
So you'll be satisfied?
No, I'm never going to be satisfied. It's not a cup, but I'll take it.
Angel, whatever Rudy said.
I mean, yeah, I'm fine with it. I guess if we get something's better than nothing. And if we get also Champions League out of that, assuming that by the time we're actually going to play Champions League, we're going to have a different team that'd be better, I take that.
Masa?
MLS Cup or bust. Even if we win the US Open Cup, I'm not satisfied.
Bitch, talk to the mic, motherfucker.
Fuck you.
Yes,
Trying to go to sleep early.
Yeah, I think we're all. That was the last question.
All right. thank you for everybody logging on YouTube and chatting with us.
Are you guys gonna try to make it to any of the events?
Probably not.
Nah.
I might make it tomorrow.
I was gonna go on Friday night, but turns out there's some other shit going on Friday night.
Oh yeah, me too.
Oh, well, we got a
But,
recording. We got to record Friday night.
Keep an eye out for that. That's all I'm
Hey,
saying. about recording. But thanks.
I was
Shout out
gonna go
everybody
see Ola
on YouTube.
Kamara, but that's not happening anymore.
Shout out to everybody on YouTube.
Hey, real quick, shout out to Osman for sponsoring this episode of Straight from the Stands today.
Oh, speaking of that,
Oh yeah,
I almost forgot. Shout out to a real sponsor. Yeah, my man Malter. They paid up their invoice. They're up to date. So this show is brought to you by Malter, and you can find a link to his Twitter and to his email on the description below.
Fuck.
No, shout out for sponsoring. Yeah, with that being said, another episode of Straight from the Stands. I'm your boy Rudy, and I'm Smarts on Twitter. I'm Smarts on the gram.
George J Undefeated 7 Instagram, Twitter. Base, love, G's up. Shut up. Say it.
Oh, it's my turn?
California, you're the pride of the USA.